Just as a point of reference.
I would probably have done what most people do. I was born a Methodist.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, never really bothered about God, whether God exists, whether God didn't exist. Yeah. So I wouldn't say I was an atheist denying God's existence.
Right.
I would say I didn't even think about it. Why the question? Was I a Christian?
Oh, no, sorry, I thought you were from a Christian background. So I was wrong.
It's like I was saying. At one point, I didn't really think about God. Yeah, I remember as a kid going to Sunday school and stuff like that. I remember in the church choir to earn money, doing weddings and stuff like that. But I was never a believer or a disbeliever. I grew up in a white council estate, and the last thing you worry about is God. Yeah, it's just about dealing with life issues and such. So it was when I was asked by a Muslim, specifically, do I believe in a creator? And then when I thought about it and I challenged the idea of the universe existing and all of these things, I come to the conclusion there must be something. But even at that point, I said, I don't believe in man-made religion, though. I believe that's to control the masses, the weak need a crutch, all of this business. But I can concede that this universe didn't create itself, that it required a cause, because as we know, everything that begins to exist needs a cause. And according to science, this universe began to exist, therefore it also requires a cause. Yeah? I mean, the difference between us Muslims and you Christians is the idea of God, that you believe God is Father, Son, Holy Spirit, co-equal Trinity and such. Yeah? So my main question for you is, well, who told you that? No. You can say it's the truth, based on what?
Based on the Bible.
All right. There's nowhere in the Bible is this idea that a Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit are co-equal in a Trinity mentioned anywhere. Nowhere. I'm sorry?
What's your big problem with the Trinity? Why is it so impossible?
No, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying where you get the idea from.
Yeah. You showed me where is in the Bible.
In the Bible, where is the Trinity mentioned?
The word Trinity or the concept?
Concept.
Oh,
Give me one example.
or right from the beginning.
Give me one example in the New Testament where God is referred to as 3 in 1. I asked you, where do you get the concept from? Okay. But if you want to use John 1:1, we'll roll with that. So who is God in this conundrum? The Trinity. In the beginning was the Word. Who is the Word? So in the beginning was God.
Yes.
And the God was with God. And the God was God.
Yes.
Well, I don't understand your point. I agree with you. In the beginning was God.
You're taking one verse, but you need to take the whole Bible.
No, well, let's start with John 1:1, which you quoted. Who is the Word according to John 1:1? All right. See, that's the answer. Jesus.
Yeah.
No Christian would ever say God is the Word. No Christian. Except you.
Well,
Yes.
Okay.
said.
So who's the Word?
No, it's Jesus.
Jesus. Okay. Who is God?
Father. God is...
Oh, no. Jesus. No. In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God.
The word was God.
Right? Who is God?
God.
No.
What's your question?
Why?
What's your question? What the problem with the Trinity is? Like, okay.
Well, it goes against the teachers of all the prophets.
Father, and he sent his son, Jesus, and it was...
No, it's a beautiful. No, the story is one thing, the reality is another. If the Trinity is false, yeah, you're being a pagan, according to God, and God's going to burn you in hellfire. If what you're doing is wrong, yeah? Would you agree?
I believe in
What does God say He'll do to those who associate partners with Him?
heaven or hell.
What will He do to those who associate partners with Him?
Hamza.
Jazakallah. I'm waiting for the coffee. Jazakallah khair. No, what will God do to those who associate partners other than Him? Worship idols, worship false gods. What's God going to do? I'll give you each question, no problem. No. I said worship other than God.
If they believe in God, nobody's perfect.
No. Those who worship other than God, they
Standing idols above God.
Alhamdulillah. That's the correct answer. So if the Trinity is false, but you're associating Jesus with God, you are. No. The young lady here asked, what's the problem with the Trinity? The problem is this: it could be classed as paganism. It could be classed as ascribing partners with God. So it's very, very important to make sure it's true. Because if it's not true, then you're associating partners with God. So this is what I'm trying to understand. Now, you brought John 1:1 as your example as a Trinity, yeah? So I'm asking you, who is God according to John 1:1?
Okay, so I'm just going to backtrack, just leave the Trinity for a minute. So you had asked why this man had become Allah. Yeah. So she was the Muslim faith. That's what she asked. She didn't ask you what you thought of the Trinity. She asked you why you became a Muslim.
Okay, why do you believe Jesus is a prophet of God?
Why are you asking me that when I'm asking you?
All right, because you have to understand consistency. I'll give you an example. You believe Jesus is a prophet of God or messenger of God or God, yeah, due to his miracles, yes? Yes?
What is it you're asking me? Sorry.
Why do you believe Jesus was divine, was God, was Son of God?
His birth was predetermined.
Miracles.
But no, it was predetermined. And if you read the Old Testament, the Torah,
Okay.
his birth is
Okay. Okay.
way back.
The birth of who? The birth of God.
Yes, the birth of Jesus.
No, listen. If Jesus is the Messiah, and this.
You're still not
Okay.
her question.
Okay.
Her question was why you became a Muslim.
Okay, because I believe the Quran is a miracle given to Muhammad, just as the miracles of healing, etc., was given to Jesus, and just as the miracles of illusion and magic was given to Moses. Just as Moses was given the ability to turn snake and stuff into snake and part the sea.
So you're saying that Jesus was given this to God?
Yes, of course he was.
No, because he is God.
No.
Advertising.
No.
He is.
Okay, first thing, I'll say it again to you.
How is he able to heal the sick? How is he able to...
What does Jesus say? How does Jesus say he's able to do these things?
God.
Through God, yes. Through himself or through God?
Through God.
Right, so I agree. So there's no difference.
Sorry,
He is
you're
God's
being
son.
filmed.
No. Jesus does what he does.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why not?
YouTube. You'll go on YouTube. I'll give you the channel, don't worry.
Oh no.
Okay. So basically, Jesus channels God's power. Moses channels God's power. Muhammad, peace and blessing upon him, channels God's power. Yeah, there's no differentiation. Because miracles of God are miracles of God. Yeah? Who raised the dead? God raised the dead. Who cured the leper? God cured the leper. Who parted?
By the way.
Through the power of God.
Yeah.
Jesus says, by myself I can do nothing.
Through God's power.
So give me one example of Jesus' divinity.
How is Jesus in prison after his death?
God raised him, according to what God says.
Yeah, because he is God.
No.
Take away.
Who raised Jesus? Who raised Jesus? Did Jesus raise himself?
Jesus is health.